everybody, it's Altamir, and we are going to be jumping right into part 3 of the Update 45, or what's called Fallen Banners, as they're calling it, reaction to the live stream. So let's just jump right in, because this is about one of the longer videos. So let's just go.
And pretty much all the kind of monsters encounters that you run into.
You can kill it, or it can kill you, or you collect it. It's going to be one of my teams that generally puts it in the world.
I sense a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Finn, I've never before said this to you, but can you speak up a little? Or maybe move your mic up a
yeah.
bit.
So I have I am getting over COVID, so but I will try and speak louder. Is this good?
Just move the thing up a little bit closer to your face.
It doesn't.
Oh.
All right. Good?
It's fine.
Yeah.
No.
I think you sound fine.
It's fine.
Okay. Oh, it's fine. Is it fine, or is that like a significant other fine? Oh, it's fine. It's
yeah,
fine.
well,
fine to me.
Really,
it's fine, but we'll talk about this later.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine until later.
You're sleeping on
You should have known it wasn't fine, Finn.
Yeah. Why didn't you read my mind?
Yeah, right.
No, I do think you're fine. But chat, let me know if he's too low, and I can bump him up a little bit. Again, something we've never had to do before, but
right.
You know, there's a first for everything.
Anybody has to. Right. Can't hear me on the moon, so it's my Irish whisper. So we were going to talk about the dungeons, but we're going to do the houses first, right?
Oh yeah, we are going to do the houses first.
So.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Are you in game?
I am.
We're going to take a peek at the new houses.
You are in game. Yeah, let's do houses first, and then that way, if anyone doesn't want any sort of spoilers for the dungeons, if you want to go in totally fresh and never heard anything before, hope you don't leave the stream, but you are welcome to leave at that point.
Sure.
So we'll hit the houses first. There we go.
Awesome.
Let me unmute also. Whoopsie. Oh no! Oh no! Look what I did! I clicked the wrong button. Hold on. It's like a peek behind the curtain here.
There we go.
There's the volume. Sheesh. Kind of.
They're right next to each other.
Knocking off the cobwebs here. All right. So which?
So if anybody's asking about the gear I'm wearing, don't worry about that. We'll go over that later. But for right now, I'm in the Skingrad Castle house. Oh, honestly, you talked about the map. I wanted to show like this thing live. This is like really cool. We have these like little flourishes that are like small things that are really cool. As you zoom in, though, you see the text kind of like appear on the.
Oh, that's nice.
That's gonna be so helpful.
Stuff. I know, right? So it's really, really cool. Anyways, yeah, I just thought I would share that. So this is the Skingrad house. This is I forgot what the name of it is. Skingrad Castle.
Full Skingrad? Yeah.
Castle Skingrad.
Castle Skingrad. It's in Westfield.
Castle Skingrad. Yep, it's in. It's right over here in Skingrad, or like right outside of Skingrad. That's where you would get to it. And I will run through real quick to show you guys what it looks like. There's some really cool little flourishes here. There's like this cool little courtyard, but there's guards here from Skingrad, like right outside your house. So as you run through here, you can actually see the guards just hanging out, playing cards.
Who in chat played Oblivion? TES IV Oblivion. Because if you did, you probably recognize this.
Yeah, so I think that we talked about this yesterday. They modeled this after the layout of
cool.
Skingrad and TES IV.
Yeah, it's like the same floor plan. It's a pretty... I don't want to say exact, but it's a pretty close replica of what was in Oblivion, which is super cool. So yeah, you can just buy the whole castle.
Yeah, who doesn't like a castle, right?
So yeah, we're just going to give you a little tour here so you can get a taste of it. Maybe bring some nostalgia back from the TES IV days.
I don't know who does Skingrad, but the floor work is great. Seriously.
Yeah,
you guys
I was admiring that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there the secret room from Oblivion? I don't remember the secret room. God, it's been a long time since I played Oblivion. We'll have to try and find out.
You'll have to try and find all the secret rooms.
Find all, yeah.
We will try to find all of them.
Yeah, this
I
looks
guess you
awesome.
could build a secret room too.
You could do whatever you want. It does seem like it would be easy to get lost in here for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But it's got a lot of nooks and crannies to put like your special stuff.
All those
you know, like
monster heads, right?
And stuff like that. Yeah, all those monster heads from Dungeons. I'm not biased or anything.
Do you
So
we may as well show the other house too, right? Or do you want to show outside?
Yeah. I was just gonna jump out here to the courtyard so you can see that. But yes, then we can go take a look at the other house.
Yeah, so these will both be available on PTS for you to test and check out and give some feedback. Otherwise, they'll be available sometime after Update 45 launches. And again, for anyone who missed it, we are going to be on PTS with Update 45 on Monday. And then it is launching on PC March 10th and consoles on March 25th. So you don't have too long to wait.
So this is the Shattered Mirror Isle. It is essentially a piece of Athelia's realm, Mirrormore. And you'll notice that this is located in Fargrave. So we actually have another house here added to Fargrave, which is distinct from the other one. But it's got some really cool Mirrormore flourishes in here. For those wondering, you can't jump off this bridge. I tried. But I'm sure that's a challenge accepted.
Yes, it is.
A lot of the cool elements that we've added. You could actually take two ways to get up top. There's that way, which is the long, boring way, and then there's also
who wants to walk when you can teleport,
right? There
Cool
you go.
touch. Is that the first time we've had something like that?
A mirror?
No, in the house.
It just teleports up.
That is cool.
There's actually if you look at it from the outside in Fargrave, that's how you actually get into the house. It's a broken mirror that you interact with, and it takes you here. So it's really, really cool.
It does.
So
I love all
it's pretty big.
All the shards everywhere.
It
looks awesome.
All the what?
The shards and stuff.
Oh, shards.
What do you think I said?
So we're gonna go down.
We can talk about that later too.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's why I said that was the long, boring way. I took the short way. But yeah, it's another cool house that is pretty awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks for giving
the next step.
Yeah, thanks for giving everyone a little peek of the houses. I know everyone gets really excited to see what the team builds. I forgot for a second that you were a floating head today. I glanced over. I was like, what happened to the camera? But Jess was saying it reminds her of the Bohemian Rhapsody video where it's just the floating heads.
Yes.
Should do that for our next stream. We'll all be a floating head.
All right, so now we're gonna jump into the tour of the dungeons. Everybody that does not want spoilers, you have been warned.
But we're not showing like boss mechanics or anything. It's just kind of a little walkthrough.
I'm gonna touch on the story a little bit for people as we go through these, so that they can kind of like see what we're going for here. But so this update 45 is a little bit different than we've done in the past. In that these two dungeons are going to be a standalone kind of experience that touches on more the 10th anniversary of ESO rather than the any other overarching story or anything like that. So and what we wanted to explore as a dungeon team and from a PvE experience is the Three Banners War has been going on for now a decade since ESO has been live. So we wanted to kind of explore what that would mean for the rest of Tamriel, and the greater part of Tamriel. You have this long-standing war that is constantly going on, and explore some of those elements and stuff like that. So both of these dungeons do that in their own way. For Exiled Redoubt, for instance, which is this dungeon, this tells the story of a family, an imperial family, the Albus family, and how they wanted to bring an end to the Three Banners War. So what they did was they sent their son out to negotiate a peace, and he was killed for his trouble. So this is an imperial family, and they went all scorched earth at that point, and they were like, all right, you kill our son, we're gonna. So now they're building an army, they're capturing people, they're taking people from all the alliances, and their entire goal is to just bring it all down and ruin. So we're here to stop them.
Hey, Finn. Somebody in chat was asking what zone this dungeon is in. Like, where is it?
This one is in Westfield. So if you look at it, it's right here on the eastern part of Westfield. Gray's Hollow is right here. So if you look at it, so it's on this part of next to Cyrodiil. So this imperial family has built kind of an underground section here, where they've been building up their army, so to speak. And this is Lucilla Caprina. If you ran Dreadseller, I'm sorry, if you ran and now I can't think of it. Anyway, she was
okay. You're not feeling good. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm really.
You're powering through.
Yeah, it's there.
Sorry. The other day I was like, "Are you sure you're okay to do a stream?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll be fine." Okay.
Let's do it. So they're performing cult rituals and all that other stuff. So, and kidnapping soldiers. So we're trying to put an end to that, and Lucilla is going to help us. So we are going to progress through here now. So in this outer portion, again, I am on one of our internal servers, so I am not going to die. I'm not going to be hit. I'm cheating, basically. This is not going to be this way when you get here. But you can see kind of like they built their structure, and one of the cool parts is you can kind of see this keep, or the outer entrance to this keep from anywhere in here. And then you run into their soldiers here. They're all Imperials. And this is going to be the outside of the keep. That is a brand new banner for this family. So that is a really, really cool brand new. I mean, I don't think I've seen a banner like that, and it was really, really well done. Really, really cool. So you're gonna see that all throughout here. I'm gonna have to kill these people to get past here with my superpowers.
Dev powers. You know, it would be a really cool video, and I'm saying this not knowing at all if it's even possible, but some sort of time lapse of the world builders putting a dungeon together. You know,
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Maybe.
Or maybe maybe a space.
I mean, so what's funny is I like to say that the magic doesn't happen until like way towards the end. Like it's all really,
when you get your
really
hands
rough.
on it.
It's really, really rough when we get to it and we start putting stuff in and it's all blocked in and stuff like that. So it's not a bad idea to do. Like I think it would probably be better is rather than a time lapse is to do like more like shots. Like there's a thing on like social media where people do like Blockout Wednesday or something like that, where they'll show the blockout and then the final form, and that might be cool. We could probably do something like that for this, but I think a time lapse might be a little bit overly nuanced and stuff. And you'll see stuff get built and then they get torn down and then built and then torn down because we go through like a lot of phases of iteration and stuff.
Just to clarify, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, just to clarify real quick, I saw in chat, this is a 4-player dungeon. This is not a trial.
It is a 4-player
So you need 3 buddies.
Or another person and 2 companions.
True.
So that's the front entrance to the keep. That's actually where the keep is, but we can't get there. Oh, darn it. So I'm going to have to kill these people to go. So we go through the side pass. Lucilla's going to jump down here with us. Oop. I'm super flying. And these are where the prisons where we're actually going to see kind of like what the Albus family is doing. I'm just going to run through here. We don't have to see the all the terrible stuff that they're doing. There's prisoners in here, and it's bad stuff. No.
And we'll give everyone a little preview of the new item sets also when Finn is finished.
Absolutely. I have them. I'm wearing I think all of them. so we'll run through them there kind of at the end. The first boss, the Executioner, he's got some cool stuff. I'm gonna walk forward just so you can see, or she rather. So you can see she slammed the ground, and there were some spikes that came out, and you can see the entire floor.
Oh, no.
Has these little holes. I wonder what that means.
Okay, sorry to stop this, but holy hell. I feel bad for anyone's gonna do this dungeon. Like, you're screwed.
Up there is Cato Albus. He is the leader of the family, the patriarch of the family, and he's the one who went off the deep end, and they all started to follow him.
Laggards, enemies of peace, reprobates.
I do love voice acting, especially when we hear it. Laggards, reprobates of peace. So from here we can't quite get across. We got to jump down. We're back in the same room. Why are these guys? Has aggroed pretty quick. We're back in the same room that we were in. You notice that we were over here before. And now we're down kind of in this little path. There's mud crabs. You don't have to kill them. I suspect almost everybody will.
Yes.
Because y'all are mean to mud crabs is all I'm saying.
We're being magically surveilled. I don't like being watched, magically.
Yeah. I didn't mean to talk to you. So this is where they kind of are building their siege weapons, and there's some new cool little creatures here that they're creating. These little Daedric iron atronach spiders that have special powers and stuff. As you go in here, Lucilla says, I'm going to take a side path. And we're going to see her from time to time as we're running through here. So what we wanted to do with these dungeons was not only tell a new story that touches on old themes like the war and stuff, but we also wanted to talk about use some of the old sets in like new and interesting ways. So this is the Imperial set. If you've been to Daggerfall, you've seen this as far as like the visuals and stuff like that, as far as the fixtures and stuff. So but we try to spice it up a little bit, make them look a little bit better and stuff. But it does have that kind of like harken back to some of those old oops.
Yeah. It's hard watching Finn like run by all the chests and not loot anything.
I know.
I saw somebody commenting on like using dev commands to kill things, and it's just because we're giving a tour. We don't want to give away any of the battles or anything like that. I'm sure players will be playing it on the PTS and live streaming it next week when it goes up on Monday, so you could watch them actually play through it then if you want to.
Yeah, that's the goal. Is I don't want to tell people, I don't want people to to watch a dev stream and say, oh, this is how you handle that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
This is the second boss. He's a special guy.
Are there some new mechanics, Finn, in these dungeons?
There are so many new mechanics.
So many new mechanics. Okay, I saw that question too.
So many new mechanics. This is Prime Sorcerer Vandoralen. I can't. It's so tough. You know what's funny is like we build some like cool, like really cool stuff into these things, right? And I want people to see it, and I want people to play it and stuff like that. And it's tough for me not to go, oh, I could just show them this one thing. I just show them this one thing, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to skip past this guy. This dude has some really cool stuff. The size of his arena is really interesting and important. But we're going to skip past him. I'm really sorry.
Well, you'll have to play it yourself to find out.
Yes, we will. So now we get to head back to the entrance hall. So we come back to this hall 3 separate times, or we come into this hall 3 separate times, and you see it from a different perspective each time. So you see now we're back. We're actually to the entrance here. As we introduce these Atronachs, they become important, potentially. They become important, and you can see this is where we started.
People are asking if there's bonus bosses, hidden bosses. If you want to answer that,
maybe.
Maybe.
That's all I'll say is maybe. So now we head into Albus Sanctum, and this is where Cato Albus has kind of retreated to. We've tracked him down. He's not exactly a good fighter, so he's going to summon somebody to help him out here.
Kato, it's over.
After Lucilla's like, Cato, you're done.
Maybe means yes.
Now
That's what my 8-year-old says too.
Now we have to. You're.
Work on breaking this war.
I will not rest until the Alliance armies burn. They will pay for my son's death. That's what your daughter says?
Wow.
Oh.
She said that last year.
Oh, okay, all right. She's well past that now. So this is Squall of Retribution. This is the final boss. And I'm going to leave it here. I'm not actually going to kill him and fight him because it's some special stuff. But Lucilla is trying to break through that magical barrier. And once you do, then you kind of get the story elements for the fight and stuff. But that is Exiled Redoubt. It seems short, but as Jess alluded to, there might be some cool side stuff here.
Maybe.
Maybe.
This is all looked like this was all indoors for the most part, yeah.
It is. It's underground actually.
Yeah.
The idea is it goes underground, and they've built this keep kind of underneath Cyrodiil. So that's where they've been able to kind of pop up in different parts of Cyrodiil and like take people captive and stuff like that.
That's cool. People are really eager to see the item sets. If you want to take a break and show those now. Otherwise, we can wait till the end.
Patience.
Okay.
So this next dungeon is Lep Seclusa. So we talked about the last one was dealt with a family that had some hardships because of the war in Cyrodiil, the Three Banners War. This one's a little bit different. Lep Seclusa there was a former battlefield emperor named Orpheon the Tactician, and he we became disillusioned with the war, so he deserted the Three Banners War. And what he did was he gathered an army of deserters from all of the alliances to come and help him out. And they have found the location of an Elder Scroll on this island of Lep Seclusa that's protected by monks and a moth priest. And they're going to go assault it, take the Elder Scroll, and then bring about destruction with it. So you're going to have to stop them as we get here. So you reach this one from Hughesbane. Abba's Landing specifically. There's a boat in Abba's Landing that you can take, and it'll take you to this island because it's off the coast out here. We've gone to the secluded cave, and this is where you see the moth priest coming to help you out. This is Sister Shannon Noreen and Hadid. We're gonna keep going. Oh, this does highlight the armor set, I believe, that's in here. It's a pretty cool armor set. The other armor set was unique to the enemies that you're going to see in here, but as each of these groups of enemies that you see in here are related to a specific faction, a unifying kind of armor theme, we wanted to separate that out so you could see. So these are obviously Daggerfall Covenant people here. I didn't show that, but that's actually an important mechanic too. This dungeon is different. I know I talked about the other one might have side stuff. This one is different in that while there's a lot of nooks and crannies to explore, there isn't any side bosses or anything. This is another thing that we wanted to talk about, harken back to like the traditional game. This one has more of a traditional dungeon setup where there are 3 bosses, 3 what we would call mini bosses. They're all loot moments, and you may not be able to kind of discern the difference internally that we would call a mini boss and a boss, but that's the idea. So it's essentially 6 bosses in here that you go in a kind of a linear fashion.
It's awesome.
I like to think so.
I like how different the designs of these two are.
Yeah, this is definitely this is off. It uses the Hughesbane kind of like fixture assets and stuff. And sometimes with the side bosses, we don't necessarily expect you don't have to take them. You don't have to kill them or anything. You could just skip them. But if you want all the loots and any of the cool special stuff, you can do it. But I'm gonna skip this guy because I don't need to. See ya,
Just
buddy.
a tour. And again, this will all
Oh
be
no!
Oh. Too bad for you. So
Does
yeah,
that
this will
poison you? usually?
Well, you'll find out.
Oh.
It has a special purpose in this dungeon, that mechanic. And it's really, really cool. So we're gonna I am gonna have to kill past this guy because he's the full boss is Garvin the Tracker. He's got a lot of unique. Another thing that was really cool here that the boss designer was able to do was able to explore an asynchronous fight space. So you got a little bit of water in here. You don't have water over here. You got these large stones in here, and all of that plays a part into how the fight plays out and how to kind of navigate the challenges of it. Bye. Sorry, Garvin. Here's our Moth Priest friend. She's gonna let us take a portal outside, and now we get to see that the island that we are on is actually under siege by the deserter army. We snuck in essentially through the back door back down there, but now we're gonna see the effects of this siege. And this isn't any. I know people that have played like Falkreath Hold and stuff like that, where they may have seen siege weapons. These guys are gonna go out of here. See you guys.
Hey, Finn,
Yeah.
there's a good question in chat. I missed the name. Are there 3 hard modes for the 3 main bosses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. There are 3 hard modes for the 3 main bosses.
I wasn't sure if it was just the last one.
Nope.
Cool.
We kept that. That is one of the newer things that we kept. Now there are different siege weapons that are firing in here, and they do different things, but they are no joke. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Like, and if you're just standing there, you can get hit with these. So this is the. But there's potentially ways to alleviate this, because this right here is the Siege Master. But we're gonna skip her. We don't need to kill her. We're gonna skip her. There's ballista parts here. There's some ballistas down here. Huh. That's interesting.
Wonder what you're going to use those for.
Oh, I wonder. I wonder. So yeah, you see as you're running through this area, and again, this is the All Merry Dominion section. We wanted to bring flora and fauna, or at least fauna from those factions. So you have some Fench Rots, you got the Khajiit, terror birds, all that kind of stuff. So, ow. Now we're gonna enter. This is the next boss. So you can see here's the activatable hard mode thing. This is the next boss. But she calls in her
Very
bird.
cool.
And there's a lot of birds.
At least it's a lot of birds and not a lot of spiders again. Like.
That's
Yeah. Wait. Spiders are coming.
Oh, good.
Oh no!
I'm just
Is
kidding.
that the griffin
I'm just
we
kidding.
saw
I'm
in
totally
the
just
loading
kidding.
screen art?
Yeah, that is the griffin you saw in the loading screen.
That's cool.
So that griffin flies off with her master dead. The griffin flies off. We may see it again.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. So now we're going through the upper parts, and this is where you see the Ebonheart groups. There's some Guar here doing work. Argonian Behemoth. And like I said, there's some winding paths up here, so there might be some hidden chests off to the side and stuff like that. Maybe. What would suck is if I'm going the wrong way. That would really suck.
We'll find out soon.
I'm not, but it would suck if I was. It's a bigger dungeon.
I was
It's
just
on
gonna
the
say
bigger
this
side as far as
feels feels longer than the other
Yeah.
one for sure.
Yeah. It's a little bit. It gets a little bit different when you actually start fighting stuff. Oh no! Shoot! I gotta kill these guys.
Feels like some of the overland cities and how
Yeah.
big it is.
Yeah, that was the goal. Was we wanted this to feel like its own city kind of thing. Ooh, yeah.
Ben, let me ask you, over the years, have you all increased the length at which it takes to do these 4-player dungeons, or do they relatively, is your goal to kind of keep them about the same?
Nope, it's about the same. About the same. And we actually have a pretty robust budgeting system and scoping system where we'll come in and we'll say this is what we want to do, and then we put it in front of the people that would have to do the work. It's not just the design work, it's the art and stuff like that. And they'll talk about, well, this is how long it'll take us to do it, and we have it fit into the buckets that we already know that we have, and then we'll make cuts. So a lot of stuff doesn't make it to the show, so to speak. But a lot of times we just save that for like, oh, that was a really cool mechanic I came up with, and I'll just save it for a future fight.
Cool.
So this is Ajum Ray. This is another what would be called a mini boss. Oh, this is a pretty tough one, but as you can see, very, very tough. And I got the achievement for unsinged boots. Now we're gonna approach Orpheon, the tactician's area where he hangs out. I have to show the Argonian behemoth knocking that guy over. And so that is where it takes place. We're gonna go ahead and run over here. Uh-oh. Oh no!
No.
It's always something.
Oh my gosh, all that fire. Ooh.
Yes.
Wait, is that Griffin spouting fire?
Yeah.
What?
It's like a fire griffin.
That's cool.
Oops. There we go. All right.
No problem.
Let's open the door. So here's Orpheon the Tactician. And you can see beyond him is the Elder Scroll in that little area, and he's going to try to break it down. And I'm going to show you his face because, like I said, he was a former Battlefield Emperor. So he has this helmet on that I'm actually wearing. Because that is the monster mask. Yeah, well, that's not his face. That's his. That's a helmet. But it's the same. It's the same helmet I'm wearing. That's actually the monster mask you get in this dungeon. And that's a good segue into what we're gonna be here. But that's Exiled Redoubt, and once you kill him and you get past it, you get to talk to the Moth Priest again and discover, what happens from there and stuff.
Not agreeing.
But I know everybody wanted to talk about item sets.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
see some items.
Open these up. Yeah. So the first would be the two masks, Orpheon and Tactician's Visage, and Squall of Retribution. I'm gonna go pretty fast through here. I assume people are going to screenshot these and then pick them apart. And
it'll be up on the VOD too,
yeah,
and it'll be in the patch notes on Monday.
And it'll be we have bags for all of them too. So when you log in, you're gonna have bags that you can be able to pick them up and take them apart. Noxious Boulder Belt. That's from this dungeon. So yeah.
Cool. And then are you able to show or at least mention the rewards for this dungeon too?
I can show you. This is the memento for completing it on veteran. The other one. This is this is Exiled Redoubts for completing it on veteran. These cool ghostly things that float around. And if you play the dungeon, you'll figure that out. And this is the Dust of the Conqueror's Flame. So this is Orpheon the Tactician's, what you get for beating him.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. Now I'm going to take off my... this is the skin reward you get.
I like that a lot. That looks cool.
And it is a skin. It's not a body marking. So... and yeah, so those are the kind of the three rig. You get this one for doing both dungeons on veteran.
No more delays. I have a war.
Great.
And those are the rewards. Is there other rewards you want to know about? I didn't think so.
I don't.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. So again, these two dungeons and just about everything that we talked about today are going to be on PTS on Monday. Finn, I know your team loves to watch streams of the dungeons and everything. So if you're
absolutely,
if you're planning on streaming them, definitely let us know.
Yeah, definitely let us know so that we can jump in there. We have a kind of like a a thread in our internal messaging stuff. We're like, all right, they're on this person's doing this and this person's up to here and stuff like that. We like to see people come in and tackle them and how they challenge themselves and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's just a good opportunity to see like first impressions when people first get on there and try new content and some of these new bosses.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
All right, well, I'm gonna stop it there. So, a lot of information. We're gonna go over this right now. So, first of all, I really want to say that I kind of like the standalone stories. I think they're very unique. Involving the Moth Priest and a family who's been kind of affected by the war that's been going on. I think that's actually pretty cool. I don't think that's something we would have gotten if we did a chapter year, because it would have been an arcing overall theme instead of two unique stories. So I kind of like that, and this is coming from someone who doesn't really do DLC dungeons too much. It actually makes me want to actually try them and learn the story and the lore and even coming from someone who's kind of really burned out on Imperials, this intrigues me. It's really, really intriguing. I'd love to actually try this, so that's kind of cool. Also, anyone else notice he said timeline? Like, war's been going on for 10 years? I wonder if they're bringing back a timeline. Like, is there going to be like a time jump? Like, is it going to be 592 when the season starts or when this starts? That would be a great way to help out people who are new and returning, kind of do things in order and know where they left off because they know what quote year they left off in. Like if you don't know, game takes place in 582. So that's kind of interesting. I would love for them to try to bring that back because they were going to do that originally, if you didn't know. So I'm impressed by these dungeons. I gotta admit. And let's see, I wrote down a few notes here. Oh, it is.
So
let's see. There we go. That banner, that's pretty cool. I'd love to have that. Like, hopefully they make that some sort of furnishing, so you can like put it in your house. That'd be super sick. You can kind of role play that you were in the family and you got away because you think they're nuts. That'd be kind of cool. Oh yeah, and the map thing I said I'd show you guys. Let's see if we can do that. That was before the housing, right? Here we go.
I think they're really cool. As you zoom in, though,
and as you zoom in, you can see the letters of the zones: the Reach, Western Skyrim, Crowdrun. That's really cool. So that's a pretty cool addition that they put in. I actually kind of it makes things so much easier. Not having 40,000 different way shrines on your screen. I have a lot of questions, but really intrigued. I was impressed. Originally, I wasn't even gonna cover the dungeons. I was just gonna do the housing, but then when I originally saw the live stream, I was like, "Whoa, these things are pretty cool." Which is actually saying a lot coming from me. I don't know if these. Oh, and there is something I did want to cover. So there is a change to how these are done. Okay, so I'm just gonna read this because they didn't cover this, as far as I know, in the live stream. I didn't watch all of it, obviously, as you can see. The Update 45 base game patch and Fallen Dungeons DLC arrives March 10th on PC Mac. While the update 45 base game patch is free for all ESO players, an ESO Plus membership is required to access and play the Fallen Dungeon DLC. And they say down here, the dungeon will not be available for purchase for crowns at launch. Maybe eventually, but it won't be at launch. So I don't know if this is going to be a thing going forward so that they can replace the money that they made for chapters. Is that maybe for the Q1 DLC and the seasons, in order to access them, or maybe certain features of them, you have to have an ESO Plus subscription. There's no way around it. You have to have it. And a part of me is okay with it, you know, because they have to make money. I mean, they do. They're a business. You can't just walk into Walmart and be like, hey, thanks for the shirts, bye. No, you're going to pay for them, right? So I kind of get that. And what I like about it is that it adds more value to the ESO Plus membership that was losing value. You know, now it's like, okay, I mean, I'm not even a dungeon guy, so that doesn't really help me too much, but now, you know, we might have going forward, maybe, we have to have an ESO Plus membership to access these things, period. Now, what kind of gets back to the subscription style that they had when the game first launched. So we'll see how that goes over with everybody. Personally, I think it's okay. It might rub some people the wrong way, but business is business. You have to, and that's what this is. You know, ZeniMax, obviously they're making the game because they love gaming. They got into the industry, but they need to make money. So it makes sense. But I just wanted to let you guys know that you will need an ESO Plus membership to play this DLC. So beware of that one. That's a different video. And I wanted to cover the sets. Somebody was nice enough on the forums to write down all these sets. So the Monster Max, Orpheum the Tactician, we got damage. While in combat, casting an ability that leaves an effect on the ground summons a tentacle at the target location. After 2 seconds, the tentacle swings wildly in a 5-meter radius, dealing X physical damage and stunning up to 6 enemies for 3 seconds. Enemies immune to stun take X. I say X because the damage amount is going to depend on your stats, so you can't really take that into consideration. X physical damage instead. This effect can occur once every 8 seconds, and the damage scales off your higher weapon and spell damage. Well, I don't know. It's all right. I think it's unique. Very Arcanist type of thing, you know, tentacles swinging wildly. I guess I'll have more on that later, but it's, yeah. Squall of Retribution. This is the other dungeon. Max health. And then when you take damage, gain 1 random effect for 5 seconds. Gain minor protection. Gain a damage shield that absorbs up to X damage. Or heal for X health every 2 seconds. Now, I think the one class that is missing a lot of attention when it comes to sets is Necromancer. There's not a lot of things where it says casting an ability sends a blank at your target and it becomes a body that you can use. I think there needs to be more of that. You know, where Necromancer gets to use their corpse system. They need sets that do that. Anyway, new dungeon sets. Vandalorians, Renonance, Penetration, Crit, and damage. Dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack places an electric charge on yourself and below your enemy. After 1 second, both charges explode in a 4-meter blast, dealing X shock damage to enemies. Okay. Kind of a sorcerer set. Probably also Necromancer set, since they have the most chance when it comes to elemental damage. Not too bad. seems to also be a heavy attack build, which I do. So I'll be testing that out. Fledging Nest, recovery, magic while in combat. Casting an ability that leaves an effect on the ground creates an 8-meter griffin nest for 10 seconds. Okay. You and group members inside the nest gain X magicka and stamina recovery. The first time you or a group member leaves the nest, they gain minor courage for 10 seconds. It's unique. I don't know how meta it will be, but just because it's not meta doesn't mean it won't be fun to play, put it on. You can definitely find some things to tie that into, right? It seems to be more of a healing set. It's cool. Let's see. Oh, you put this down here. The effect can occur every 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, Blade Storm, damage, penetration while in combat, casting an ability that leaves an effect on the ground. Creates a 6-meter spike vortex that deals X physical damage over 5 seconds to enemies inside it. After 5 seconds, enemies within the vortex are dealt X physical damage for over 5 seconds. This can occur once every 15 seconds. Why can't Magicka get some dot sets? That's all I gotta say. Let's see. Next one, Noxious Boulder. Damage, crit, penetration. Dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack creates a 3-meter poison boulder. After 1.2 seconds, the boulder rolls forward, dealing X poison damage to the first enemy hit and creating a 6-meter pool of poison for 5 seconds, dealing X poison and applying the poison status effect to enemies inside. Ooh. Can occur once every 20 seconds. 20 seconds is a lot, but you combo this one with this one, maybe you can do some good damage. I don't know if it's going to replace the heavy attack meta completely, but I'm going to try those two sets together. See what happens. Heroic Unity, stamina, health. Activating a synergy gives you and up to 3 group members within meters major heroism for 6 seconds. Okay, I mean, there's a lot of different places you can get major heroism, though, from, honestly. Lucilla's wind shield. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, you can get, I don't know, maybe it's minor I'm thinking of, but you can get major a lot of different places. Lucilla's wind shield. Healing taken, health stam. Blocking 3 attacks within 10 seconds creates an 8-meter windshield at your feet for 10 seconds. Enemies within the area gain minor brittle, increasing their critical damage taken. While you were in the area, you gain major protection, reducing your damage taken. But there's a lot of different areas you can get major protection now from, too. And that's what kills sets, I think, is some of the sets and applying different buffs and whatever, is because Zasa's put themselves in a position where a lot of classes now get these buffs anyway. Like, there's a lot of places you can get major protection now. There's a lot of places you can get major heroism now. It's not really unique anymore. And I think that kind of kills not only sets, but it makes classes interchangeable. So while some of these sets are really cool, some of them are kind of meh. And that's just me. That's just my opinion. Maybe you're going to sit there and say, Alf, you're an idiot. This one's useful here, and here. But we'll have to see what the PTS patch notes come up with. I will be reading those out when they hit live. Oh, not live. When they hit the PTS server on Monday. And I'll be testing some things, including going over the houses and things like that. So keep an eye out for those videos. Now that this one's 20,000 hours long, we're going to end it there. I really do appreciate you guys watching. What do you think about the ESO, about people requiring ESO Plus now for the Dungeon DLC? Do you think this is going to be something that they're going to be doing going forward? Part of me would be okay with it, but I'm worried people might get discouraged and be like, they're money grabbing. To which I say, of course they are. They want to survive, right? And given the fact that they unionized, and check out that video, it might mean that they have to do this because they can't do what they did before. They can't put as much into chapters because people aren't, now that the union have certain rules and da-da-da. They have to make money. You want content? Well, they need money to put this stuff in. They gotta pay people. Hello. So, all right. So that's it for this video, everybody. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for clicking, and I'll see you in the next video.